Frenzzyy family. Good night, everyone. Welcome to another Sports Frenzzyy podcast. I'm your host, Evan. With me tonight, I have Kims. Don't know what's going on with him, but I see that man have I mean, even bother finish say it. I have Chris Lynch here with me, and for the first time on the show, we have a man that is well known in Jamaican parlance and even known in the diaspora. Man who calls plenty of radio shows, even one call of the year on a particular radio show, talking about none other than Manning's man himself. Welcome to the show for the first time, boss.
Thank you for having me, sir. It's my pleasure to be here.
All right, we're going to start off by asking Kim's boss, what kind of surname that you have attached to your name, man?
The name I kind of surname I may have. We're in the Olympic season. I'm feeling the Olympic fever, and I'm showing my support in any and every possible way for my Olympic champion. All right, so
So, 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 so let's just get this out of the way. Are you telling me that you and Elaine married to the same person? I don't start to get that one. But Chris, it's been a while, man. How are things?
Been a while. Things been good. England did win the Euro, so that's good. That's a good. That's a good feeling.
All right, boss. We're going to start off on football, and we're going to look no further than the Jamaica Reggae boys. They'll actually take on Costa Rica tomorrow to find out who will be the group winner in their group. And boy, it's an up and down tournament so far for majority of the teams, because if you actually look at the tournament itself, you can't necessarily say, oh, this team has been the standout team, because even though the US has won their 3 matches on the trot, they haven't looked that impressive. And if you look at the tournament itself, it's a tournament for any team to take home. And with that being said, Jamaica are still at the service of Bobby Reid. As you know, that got COVID, so he has to sit out this one again. And the Costa Ricans, they have been led by Joel Campbell, a man who was at Arsenal and now he's done at Monterrey. And there seems to be a team that is up and down. And the thing that bothers me a lot, and I said it on the previous podcast, it has been 10 years since Jamaica has gotten a victory over the Costa Ricans. Is it now time for them to break that voodoo and get over the hump to get that first place in the group? I'm going to start Manning's man on this one, and then again.
Yeah. Well, I think this is the best opportunity for Jamaica to beat Costa Rica. I think the Costa Rican team, they have not looked impressive. I think they're older, like the transition from, the team that normally defeat Jamaica with the Brian Ruiz and all of these guys, a younger Joel Campbell, they have not transitioned to younger players well enough. And so I think it's a very good opportunity. I know we have many shortcomings in terms of the Jamaican team, how we have been playing, how we look, but I don't think Costa Rica has been impressive. And if you look at the two games that have been played so far, the first game against Suriname that Jamaica played, if you compare the games, how to laugh at
Focus, man, focus.
Go on, man.
Yeah, man. But if you look at the game that Jamaica played against Suriname, where we defeated them by 2. Though Costa Rica played Suriname with 10 men because they got a red card in that game, they struggled against Suriname. I think they were worse than Jamaica against Suriname. I didn't believe that they dominated Guadeloupe. When you look at the pass percentage, amount of percentage per team, shots on goal, over the 2 games, both teams are almost equal in most of the things if you put both teams together, 2 games together. So I think Jamaica, we can't be any worse than we have been. Like if we get any worse, it don't make any sense. So I only see us getting better, and because we have qualified for the quarterfinals, I think we're going to play with more freedom, which I think will help us to beat this Costa Rican team. They also lost one of their central defenders with a red card in their last game, so they will be without him. And I don't think Brian Ruiz will be playing as well. I know Jamaica, it would be good for Jamaica to rest some of the players on yellow cards, and that may bring in some fresher players. So I'm picking Jamaica to win. I'm not sure, but I think Jamaica.
I was going to ask you if you're sure.
But I think Jamaica will win the game.
Okay. Kims,
Yes,
over the
sir.
past couple podcasts, I keep on talking about the Georgians, until a man even come in the comment section and said, basically Jamaica does comprise a team of some Georgians and some JC players. Um, do you think that this is a game to actually give them a run, knowing that Jamaica has already qualified and there are players that are probably on yellow cards that you would just say, okay, since as these players are already on a yellow card, I don't want to risk them going into the next round. So do you give those players a chance now, the players on the fringes of the team?
Most definitely. I've always, been leveraging for my Georgians to come on and play because, I just believe that they're championship quality players. They have been battle tested. They've been there and done that. Only Fisher has already won in the MLS. And, we have seen where Devon Speedy Williams has come in the Jamaica side and really show his quality, when he comes on the pitch. However, also another reason why I believe I want them in the team is because with playing the strongest opposition that we have playing in the Gold Cup, because obviously we play Suriname and Guadeloupe. I believe giving these guys a run out against this quality opposition, you'll definitely see exactly where they're at. And see if we can use them in the quarterfinals, see if they're good enough to play against either the United States or Canada. Um, what I wanted to say, I was doing some little review because I was like, Jamaica, Costa Rica. I'm not sure who's going to win, So I see that they've played 4 times in the Gold Cup, and Costa Rica. This is the 4th time they're going to play. Actually, Costa Rica won one, and then they draw two. Right. So I'm picking a draw for this game. I'm picking a 2-2 draw, exciting match. Um, Also, we have to watch out for what's the baller name? Celso Borges, because he
Yeah.
has been the one. He has been the one who scored in both Suriname and Guadeloupe game for Costa Rica. So experienced campaigner. You played Jamaica 8 times and he scored twice. So, we have to watch him. And but once if the Georgians start, Jamaicans will win. If the Georgians start, both Georgians, if they
So,
start, Jamaica will win.
so
If they
Kims,
don't start, then it's a draw.
this comment is directed at you, Kims, from Dima, saying, wait, what quality Speedy show when he comes on? And for viewers that doesn't know who Speedy is, it's actually Devon Williams.
Demo, me and you now go back and forth to the emotional business today. But if you look on when Speedy come on, or him control the game, or him calm the tempo, one touch and move, get into space, pass, not making any mistakes, which is crucial. Unlike Michael Hector, who full up of mistakes. So the less mistakes you make against a quality opposition, I believe the better chances you are to get a favorable result.
Okay, so Chris, are there any takeaways from this Jamaican team so far for you, or you think there's any sort of room for major improvements? Because, as I said, none of the teams so far has really stood out. We think that Jamaica needs to sharpen up on especially the attacking end of their gameplay.
Yes, Jamaica has to sharpen up because obviously US not using their best squad. They are missing a lot of key players, and Mexico the same thing. So we have to focus on ourselves and focus on our goal, which is not to win the Gold Cup, but to provide a team chemistry and confidence going into World Cup qualifiers. That is the most important thing. I think if we were supposed to get booted from this in the first round, let's say, and qualify for the World Cup, we would be celebrating and would forget about this if that moment arrives. So I think we don't need to rest players now because we need as much games as possible with these players because we only get these players really, we don't get them as frequent as we would like to build the chemistry. So I think we shouldn't go and rest players because this tournament is not really that important to me. So if we're looking at the bigger picture, we should go ahead and play. The coach should play his best players and keep trying to get that chemistry going because it's going to pay off when it really matters. We need players to trust each other and know where to move and trust that they're going to get the ball and all of those good stuff that makes the team looks good and play better football.
But Chris, don't you think that you just made a contradictory point saying that you want the team to do this in terms of build a momentum and all of that, then you're going to say that you want that they want them to win the Gold Cup. Wouldn't the Gold Cup propel them on to go on for further success, knowing that, hey, we have tasted success, so this will actually build up drive within us to carry us to the next level?
If they win, if it depends on how they win. Because like I said, Mexico is not strong and US is not strong. So it's not one of those Gold Cup where you say if Jamaica win, Mexico will not be shaken because they would have known what they done. USA would have not been shaken. So for me, the ultimate thing is to build team chemistry. If in doing that we win the Gold Cup, that's good. But the ultimate thing here now is to build team chemistry because obviously majority of these players we are going to see their faces when World Cup qualifiers come. So I think team chemistry, and that's why none of us here enjoy the football what Jamaica has been playing so far because there is no chemistry. You can look and you see no chemistry in the team.
All right, I hear what you're saying, Chris, but still, I think it's an invalid point. I'm just going to bring that across. The reason being, it doesn't matter who you have, it doesn't matter who Mexico has. It's going to go down in the books as USA beaten by Jamaica, Mexico beaten by Jamaica. Ryan, I saw you were just nodding your head, man, when Chris made that point. Just pick up on it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing that you said before you said it, in that it was a contradiction. Because if you want the team to gel, the more you play, the better you gel. So that means the deeper in the competition you go, is the better it is for you to gel as a team, given that we have brought in a lot of new faces. So given that if we go deeper in this competition, it will allow us to know who is the cream that will rise to the top, and when the World Cup qualifiers come around, who we should send, who should not be in the squad along with Tecta, and who should come in to be the icing on the cake that will be the Gold Cup. Because you need the Gold Cup. You need to gel. You need to gel as much as possible in this Gold Cup, so we can know who are the quality players and who we should send, who we can bring in, and so forth. Because it's a contradiction, as I said, to say that it is not important to win the Gold Cup, but you want the team to gel.
All right, so looking forward to the game tomorrow. Do you make any changes or you stick to your strongest 11 to build up the camaraderie?
All right. How I see this thing, I want to win this game tomorrow because it will send a strong signal. And even though America have a weakened team, they are still at home. And even not to underestimate Canada, because Canada is playing decent football and they gave USA a very good fight, but you still need to be aware of the fact that America is at home and you don't want to risk that chance of not. This is our best chance to at least win the World Cup. So let us just go for it and done.
Okay. Chris, any takeaway tomorrow? Any players to actually bring into the squad, or you just stick to what has worked for you before and hope that Jamaica improve on their average performance so far?
Good night, gentlemen. As Ryan said, we have to send a message. You know, we cannot be complacent, and complacency has been our problem for quite some time as well. Not just only chemistry or maybe our talent, but complacency, a lot of time I feel, is our downfall. Now, if we defeat Costa Rica, albeit it's not the Costa Rica of 7 years ago in the 2014 World Cup, if we beat Costa Rica that we haven't beaten in what, Levon, a decade?
Yeah.
If we beat Costa Rica, then people are going to look at us and say, wait, all right, this Jamaica team might mean business. Then, if we play the USA, and we beat the USA, persons are going to say, no, man, this team really
come to win this Gold Cup because the ideology and the mindset around the team is that they want to have this trophy. Not only they want to use this as a way of gelling into the team, but they want to get a hold on this trophy. We were 2-time finalists back-to-back in 2015 and 2017. And they want to now put their hands on the trophy. So they need to come out and send a message. That's the only way people can take it seriously. If you don't send a message, are you basically quiet, being complacent person's not going to take it seriously. So they need to come out and they need to come out with a bang. So I want us to win tomorrow to really stamp a class, to really start allowing people to really recognize that Jamaica might do something in CONCACAF. I'm not sure.
So, Chris, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question in general. So, when you say take Jamaica seriously, are you referring to the opposition? Or are you referring to the fans itself?
I would think, and that's a good question. I would think a little bit of both because the fans have been disappointed for far too long, and if you start a trend in beating these teams, remember, like Levon said, it doesn't matter which 11 goes out there or on the bench for USA or Mexico, they're going to say that Jamaica's beaten USA, Jamaica's beaten Mexico. Now, if the fans see that Jamaica's beaten Costa Rica, Mexico, United States, they're going to get behind the boys more. But also, you are really having your CONCACAF opponents, i.e. the big giants like Mexico and the United States, really take a stock and really look at what you have, because in order to beat a team, you have to analyze what they're doing. So if they see what is going on beating the team, can remember, we lose 4-1 to a team that wasn't the strongest for USA, was not the strongest. If we start to cut down these CONCACAF giants, then they are going to look at us differently. Mark, people like Raul Jimenez for Mexico is not there. People like Christian Pulisic for United States is not there. But you beat the persons that are in front of you. We always say, oh, this person, this and this person, that, but beat the persons that are presented in front of you. And if you beat them in a style where persons are happy about, then the fans are going to also start taking a stock of this Jamaica team.
Okay. We're going to move on from Jamaica because we have a lot of things to discuss, especially track and field, and that's exactly where we're going to be headed right now. And we're now going to look at the 100 meter, 200 meter for men and women coming up at this Olympic Games. And and women said, well, I think we should probably start on the disappointing side because there's not much to talk about on the men's side for Jamaica. It's really disappointing. And the man that has been the talk of the town, one Ewan Blake, he has been talking up a storm ever since for the longest while he has been talking up a storm. Is it the time for him to actually put those talking onto the chat? Because he said that he won't be leaving Tokyo without a medal. But even before we get into that, something that I actually realized today was that they keep on saying that there has been a COVID scare in the Olympic Village at Tokyo. And with that being said, the athletes that are on standby could be used as the replacement for any major athlete that goes down. So that is a news that I saw earlier on today. So just made that to clear to our viewers.
So Omar McLeod might have a chance.
No, boss, he's not a reserve. He's not on standby. but let's continue. The men's 100 meter. Going to start with you this time around, Kemps. How you see this one going?
Men's 100 meter. We spoke about it over the weekend, and I was saying that I have a United States 1, 2, 3. I just think, I think the runners, all of the athletes actually for the United States, they definitely have a point to prove each and everybody have their own individual point. Each and everybody have their own individual monkey on the back. Trayvon Bramwell, what a fantastic story. I never know this man would ever come back in track and field. As he said, he was ready to quit, call it a day. And he was like, let me just give it one more chance. I have him winning the goal. Ronnie Baker was running exceptional in 2019. And then, bam, just pick up an injury. No, come back, weather the storm. I have him for the silver. Fred Curley, the man who was running the 400 meter. I don't think he would have medal in the 400. So that is good. That he switched to the shorter sprint. And, a lot of persons have been questioning him. Did he make the right decision? Is he dumb? And, I just believe that, he's out to prove people wrong. And I don't see anybody. I don't see three people beating Fred Curley. So I have Fred Curley for the bronze.
Wow. Mannings, man, on your show on Saturday, I heard you made that. I have to call it outlandish because it's actually an outlandish picking up, boss.
Yeah.
But let's see if anything has swayed your mind from then to now, knowing that even, what's his name, man, the Wilson guy that ran 9.84 yesterday. So seeing that man can run 9.84 and the athlete that you actually think will win the gold, do you still stick by that or you have changed your mind?
All right, I'm picking Akani Simbini, I think the name is pronounced, because he has 2 times of 9.84 and 9.89. Trayvon Bramwell, his fast times are in Oregon. I mean, I know he has not been beaten in a long time, and that's cool. Ronnie Baker is the same thing. Their fastest times are all in Portland, Oregon, and very few Americans, to be honest, run in Portland and don't do best time. And so I think the only person who can challenge Trayvon Bramwell is Simbini. And if there's any surprise in the 100 meters, I'm telling you, Fred, I'm telling you, he's going to put on a challenge, because I don't think he's even going to qualify for the 200 meters because the field in the 200 meters is stronger. And so I believe he's going to focus on the 100. So I see him as one of the medal prospects, and he's either going to be, okay, let me give you a Trayvon, but he's going to be second. And he's the one who's going to challenge Bramwell. Baker, I don't even think Fred Curley come in third or fourth. I think the other African guy named Tolicio Leotello, I think his name, is going to come fourth. There are going to be some surprises in the 100 meters. I'm telling you, and I'll tell you why I'm saying that, right? Fred Curley is not one of, from what I've seen, he's not a seasoned 100-meter runner. It is the same reason why when we get to the female, I fear what Shericka Jackson will do, because these guys are not seasoned 100-meter sprinters. Fred Curley is coming down, and in the 100-meter, how you start the race is very, very, very important. And I don't think he has the best start. And if you don't have that, it's going to be hard for you to come back with these fast athletes.
No, so Mannings, man, let me ask you a quick question, because what your friend name? Because most your friend that. Right? Does he have a fast start? He has a fast start to you?
He has of course. I mean, the last race, the race that he did, they have his reaction time. If you check it, and maybe Josh Carl can do this, check his reaction time in comparison to Trayvon Bramwell reaction time for their last races, and you realize that their reaction time is almost the same. Okay. Fred Curley has a very slow reaction time, but his drive phase is very slow. But I think his 400-meter strength help him in the last 40. But I don't think he can catch these guys if they get up before him. It's the same thing with Shelley. Nobody can catch Shelley once she comes out of her drive phase leading in 100 meters. And I think the same thing with Simbini. Bramwell, I will give you Bramwell. That Bramwell will nip him at the line. But I'm having Sembini. I know it's outlandish, but I'm keeping him as one of my medal prospects.
All right, so repeat your order because I just want to make it clear, because I save these things in it.
All right, save it. All right. Just because you guys convince me, I'm going to pick Brummel by an inch, and Sembini is second, and I have Baker third. I think DeGrasse is going to be fourth, and the African guy, Tolis, whatever, Leotello, I think his name is going to be fifth, and Fred Curley coming sixth. I don't think Ewan Blake is going to make the final.
We neither.
Okay.
We agree on that.
Ryan, you've heard these two gentlemen speak about these athletes. Do you think there's any upset on the cards, or you actually subscribe to what they have said so far?
Well, if an upset is going to be on the card, it won't be you and Blake. I think the 100 meter is open season. I don't necessarily agree with Kems regarding a USA 1, 2, 3. At best, they will get 2 medals, in my opinion, because of how open this field is. I think Brummel can actually win. He has come back very strong and so forth, and I think he has a very good chance of winning. Yeah, as I said, it's a very open field in terms of who can medal. So it's a very hard task to pick 1, 2, 3. But you hearing me?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing it clearly.
All
right, Ryan, we're not hearing it now. Yeah. So Chris, you have heard all they have been saying, whether it be madness or whatever. What do you say about it?
All right, so first of all, Leila is the name of this the other African guy. He has 0.01 faster time than Johan, who we all pick might not make the final. So there's that. One. So Leila is not even going to finish above Fred Curley. Leila is not finishing above Fred Curley. That's not going to happen. I actually have my 3 will be Trayvon Brummel. I think Kems is right. His story is exceptional. He was getting ready to give up on track and field. Remember a couple years ago, before Christian Coleman came into the mix as somebody who would have taken over after Justin Gatlin, there was Trayvon Brummel there. And he was going to give up on track and field, but his story is amazing coming back. 9.77 was actually in Florida and not in Oregon, Manningsman. That's his fastest time, 9.77 was in Florida. And I have him to win. I have Ronnie Baker coming second in this race. I think also Ronnie Baker is coming back. Injury has had plagued Ronnie Baker, and he didn't have a good COVID infested 2020. So I have Ronnie Baker coming second. I actually have Akini Simbini coming third. I just think that persons are not giving Simbini that much credit, so to speak. I think Simbini is a very good starter. I have him third. I have Fred Curley fourth in this race. So I have Brummel first, Baker second, and Simbini third.
All right, Ryan, I didn't get your picks. What was your pick for this event?
No, I have Brummel I have Brummel as the winner. Let me put it that way. But in terms of to pick the other positions, it's a hard task because of how open the field is, and nobody is really clearly better than anyone. So it's difficult to go with the other positions.
Come on, man, Ryan. Why are you being so cold?
It's not cold. I'm just being realistic. I really can't put my hand on it and say, okay, this guy going to be second and this one going to be third. It's really that open.
As for me, I just honestly believe that US will want to win the event with Bramel ahead of Baker. And probably Manning's man favorite athlete, because I have to say his favorite athlete. I can't see him being
Why are you like this, Levon Trail? Why are you like
He'll probably nick that bronze medal away from probably one of their grass, but one thing that three of us already agreed on, I'm not sure if Chris had said it or Ryan, Jan Blake not making the finals. I just point that out.
Yeah, again, I don't have him. That's why I said that.
All right, so we all agree. So yeah, what? I keep on telling you guys, I'm willing to come on the show with a garbage bag over my head if Jan Blake comes on with a medal.
Me, I gotta apologize for the show here if he does on my YouTube channel as well. So a 2 place I gotta apologize. But like I said,
Jan Blake is getting his Japanese citizenship.
Because that's why I said to when Manning's man said that Gif Leila is going to go ahead of Fred Curley, I said Leila's fastest time this year is 9:94. Blake's fastest time is 9:95. It's not far off. So if we're saying that Johan Blake, because we're going off of time, this is what we're going off, time and performance. If we're going off that and we're saying Blake doesn't make the final, then why are we having a guy that's fastest time is 9:94 this year dipping ahead of a guy whose fastest time this year is 9.86? I don't think that Liat Leila is going to dip ahead of Fred Curley, but I don't have Curley in the medals. I have, as you know, my picks already, Bramel, Baker, and Simbini.
Okay. Big up to everyone that has tuned in from our YouTube channel and those who have tuned in on the Facebook page. We appreciate all of you guys, man. Just keep on bringing in the views. Now look at the men's 200 meter. And for this, I'm just going to say straight up, I have US 1, 2, 3. I have a clean sweep for the US. So I might disagree. Probably it's just you could say an emotional attachment with Arian Knighton to actually get that bronze medal. But I actually have him to finish third behind Noah Lyles and Kenny Bednarik. I'm going to start with Chris on this one this time.
Wow. Boy, this boy named Knighton. Jeez. Everybody thought, including myself, he was crazy for going pro at 17. But it has worked so much for him. Broke Bolt's junior record, and we look at the fact that Noah Lyles' specialty, even though him can run the 100, his specialty is the 200, no doubt about that. And I have him winning. I actually do have USA 1, 2, 3 sweeping this, but I also agree with you, Levon, where I just think it's a feel-good story if Arian Knighton wins that bronze medal. It wasn't the same feeling, of course, as when Warren Weir had won it in London 2012, but it would be a good feeling, and is just like Jamaica in the 200 in London 2012. I have Noah Lyles winning this. I think he's impressive. I have Kenneth Bednarik getting the silver, and I just have Arian Knighton winning that bronze medal. He's really good, really, really good. But you can't count out, as I said, other athletes. Anything can happen on the day, but that boy Knighton is a star in the making, I'm telling you.
All right, so Ryan.
Yeah.
The pedigree of Andre Degas, will it come through in this 200 meter, or will these Americans just be too much for him?
All right, let me put it this way. When Usain Bolt went to his first Olympic, he was 17-year-old. So for a 17-year-old to go through the rounds, I think Usain went to the semifinal in the 200 meter, if I'm not mistaken. So it is very difficult for even you could be prodigious as a Bolt or even this young guy from America. It's very difficult to go through the rounds at such a young age, and medal, actually. So for that reason alone, I won't give him the bronze medal. So I'll go with DeGrasse to get that bronze. And yeah, DeGrasse pedigree, I think, will carry him to a bronze medal. So it's 1-2, then DeGrasse for bronze for me.
Okay. Kims, I already know your pick, but or if you're somebody you don't know it, but
So, Ryan, just as a correction, Usain actually made the final, but then in pull up, that was when the Jamaican people beat him. When same up say,
no, that wasn't 2004. That wasn't 2004. That was a world championship.
Was it?
No, that was a world championship.
Was it?
The one that he pulled up in was a world championship.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Kems. It was Kems.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay. I thought it was. Oh, yeah. But what I'm saying is, Levon, wanna fall in love, salivating over this 17-year-old. Let me tell you something, man. I tell you all the time, this is not no joke. This is not no joke. This is not no sports day. This is the Olympics. That 17-year-old won't even find himself fourth. He'll find himself play. When police are running down thief and police always at the back, he'll find himself playing the police running down the rest of the pack. Because let us talk about the quality in the field. You have Kenny. I have Kenny to win, I don't have Noah Lyles to win. I have Kenny to win. I have Noah Lyles second. And then we need to stop disrespecting Andre DeGrasse. He might lose the 100 meter, but the 200 meter, no. He's definitely grabbing the bronze there. And Akil, come. I see you talking about a lot of people. You talk about guy from Turkey. You talk about guy from Trinidad. There's only one person.
and Jerry Richards.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to talk about Guliev, because
talk about Turkish champion. Come on,
Guliev, no.
Those people just filling out the lanes, just to say, all right, then we need some more competitors. But only that 17-year-old Levon, probably not even world championships, but probably the world championships after that, probably them time they must show him colors. But right now, when I make him force right, he will not be amongst the medals.
Yeah.
Mannings, man.
Yeah, here's what I think. And I agree with some of the picks, but I'll say this. The 17-year-old is either going to win gold or he's going to finish down the field. That's it. He's either going to win it. He's either going to win it, or if he's not winning, he's not going to come second, third, or fourth. So he's going to surprise everybody, blow everybody out of the water, and come first. And if that don't happen, he's finishing like seventh.
So man, he has no pressure whatsoever on his shoulder, so he's just going to go there and run.
Right, so he's just going to go out and give all, and then he probably, if people leading him just like start reverse, or he's just going to run an unbelievable time and win it. So that is the thing. That is where I see, because as a 17-year-old, that's what you do. It don't matter how much you come. You're 17. You have 7 more Olympics possibly in you. So just go there and just fly out the block. If you false start, that's it. It's okay. But you just go there and just do it. And if you go like as fast as you can for the first 100 and everybody pass you, tough luck. I'm coming back. But I think that has to be his kind of race. Just go out there. But here's it. I have these very strange people, because I don't want, let me say this first, I don't want America to go 1, 2, 3. And so I think DeGrasse is better at the 200, and he has his running style or his quality is better, though he doesn't have the best speed. I think he knows how to manage the rounds better. It's his I don't know if no one else is doing. I don't think he's doing the 400. So all of these guys.
One event.
All right, yeah. But I have somebody that I think, if there's going to be any surprise in terms of medals, it will be Divine Aduduru. Yeah. Let me tell you why. He has 19.88. He has run 19.88. DeGrasse best time is 19.89. So if you say DeGrasse can medal, why can't he medal?
Alright, let me show you the big difference, man. Devious is a championship performer. That man knows how to win medal. You know the big difference with him and Divine Ododoro is? Ododoro has done this on multiple occasions. Season after season, this man has come and drop a 19.8, 19.9, at 9.8. And then when it matters most, and you look around, he's nowhere to be found. This is something that we've seen from him from ever since he had that breakthrough on the collegiate circuit. And since then, he hasn't improved any at all. So you can just rule out Divine Ododoro out of it, man.
Okay.
Mannings, man, I see what you're doing in the Mannings, man. So what you doing? You know, you're picking somebody and just crossing your fingers and your toes and say, well, you know, if they've come true for me, them come true.
No, but Kenneth Bernard, it's hard to see anyone except the 17-year-old beating them, and the only way he's going to do that is what I said. He just flies out of the blocks, get them off the race because he goes out too fast, and somehow they lose their form, and he wins. That is the only way. And if he doesn't do that, he's going to finish. He goes out so fast, he can't maintain it, and he finishes 6th or 7th. But that's the kind of race he has to run. If I were conditioning a 17-year-old, that's what I'll tell him. I say, listen, fly out the blocks as fast as you can and don't stop. I mean, just go.
You know that actually his last 100 is the strongest part of his race.
Yes.
But the funny part about it, the last 100 is the grass strong point. Lower Lyles, Kenny. So everybody last 100. So it will come down to the wire.
I just want to see a fast time. I hope I see a 19.4 or low 19.5. I'm just hoping.
Unless it's a hurricane behind them. That's all.
I'm just
so you say 19.7 maybe comes?
Well, look, you get a 19.7.
19.8.
Yeah. Okay.
Are the rules similar? Are the rules similar for what happened at the knockout championship? Like while you're in the warm-up area, you still have to keep on your mask, because I think that could affect athletes. Because you know a couple of Jamaican athletes, they weren't allowed to participate because during the warm-up they took off their mask, and that went against the COVID protocols that they had. So I'm wondering if those things will affect the athletes, or because they are professional, they won't have those same sort of rules.
I don't think that the mask one is a rule that they have, but I know that they have some strict rules that they say, you know, after you finish racing, you have a certain amount of time for, you know, put on your gears and get back to your area and so. But I don't think the mask one is really one that, you know, they try to push.
And that's
if we're actually being frank, the mask one really doesn't make any sense at all, because we're going to line up beside each other. We're going to be right there in the same proximity, not 6 feet apart. So it doesn't make any sense, to be honest. And I saw it at the Jamaica trials, I think, where I saw after they ran immediately or even made a throw, they went boom, mask on again. I'm like,
that was champs.
No man, even not winning that side, man.
Oh really?
Yeah. I saw it, man, because reason why I remember it was I believe it was a discuss that was taking place at the time, and I saw as a man went in the ring and did his throw, as immediately after he came out, boom, put on back a mask. I was like, damn, what sense does it make, man? But let's move on to the women. More interesting times and way more entertainment to speak about. And we're going to look at the women's 100 meter. This time we're not going to start with Mannings, man. Clean sweep Jamaica or not?
Clean sweep. Shelley first, Elaine second, and Sharika third. I think Dina Asher Smith going to come fourth. Marie Tolu come fifth. Blessing come sixth. Javine, I think her name is Javine Oliver, eighth, and I have Ahura coming eighth, 7th, and 8th. That's the final, the 8th, and Jamaica getting 1, 2, 3.
I say just list out the finals, yeah?
One American in the final.
Okay.
And I think Shelly is either going to equal the 10.63 or she's going to go very close to it.
Whoa.
All right.
Wow.
All right, Mannings man. Mannings man, where are you located right now? We need to send somebody over there to test you out, because what you drinking over there, Mannings man? All right. Let me tell you now. As I've lamented over and over and over, Elaine Thompson era is on a 3-race winning streak. She don't even remember what it is like to lose. So she's going into Tokyo with the highest confidence ever. Also, there is
hold on. Can I just ask? You said she don't remember how to lose?
Yes, sir.
How many times shall he beat her at the national championship?
No. Listen, I'm saying her last 3 races, she won.
Okay.
All right.
The last 2 against Shelly, she lost.
Yeah. No. Remember, she beat Shelly the other day.
She did beat Shelly the other day, man.
She beat Shelly
when Shelly was playing possum.
Yeah, you can't say she played possum as she wants, right? No. Let us talk about Crybaby Shelly now, right? Crybaby is on a 2-race losing streak. She ran the 100 meters against Elaine and get whopped up. And then she decides that she wants to go try the 200. And then she get whopped up by Shawnee and Talu, right? So now let me tell you now. That 10.63 that you talk about, we all can agree on this panel. You know, no bias, all objectivity. We all can agree that 10.63 was a fluke. You know, because from she ran that 10.
We all agree.
From she ran that 10.
Hold on, man. You're not just going to say that and get away with it. You're a one-man fighting a lone battle.
Don't draw in this.
Tell him again, Levon. Come. Me know you know that.
Fighting a lone
battle. All right, no problem. Let me fight that lone battle. That 10.63 was a fluke. I don't know if she took some extra oxycodone or I don't know what was going on, but that 10.6.
Chems.
Stop slandering the lady, man.
Chems.
I said I don't know.
Chems.
All right. Sorry.
Stay on track.
So that 10.63 to me, it was a fluke because from she ran that 10.63, all I've seen after that is slower times. Okay, let us go on to the 200 now. 200, she run 21.79. From she ran that 200, she have not run anything close to that. The next time she run 22.4, 22 point this. So in my humble and honest opinion, I just believe that she got her adrenaline was pumping. She ran that 10.63 at the Jamaican trials. She had a point to prove, and she go ahead and she win. Moving to the Olympics now. Elaine is the defending champion in both the 100 and the 200 meters. I just can't see Elaine losing, especially how Elaine run that 10.71 the other day. Elaine has been running faster and faster, winding into form, winding into shape. So I have Elaine Thompson era to win in a 10.67. I have Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce to finish second in 10.79, and I have Sherika finishing third in 10.8. So we agree, Mannings, man. It's a 1, 2, 3, but just in different order. It's full time now. We give the Olympic champion her respect, her dues that she thoroughly deserves. She has done it. Let me tell you something. At championship races level 1, you can be honest. Championship caliber races, once Elaine is healthy, never lose. Never lose to nobody once she is healthy. Right, Mannings, man? All right. Go ahead.
All right, so Kim, I'm going to give you an uppercut first and foremost. You're talking about we got to show respect to the defending Olympic champion. You have to show respect to the greatest female 100-meter sprinter there ever.
Hold on, Levon. I already tell you.
I hear you on that for anybody that take drugs and
No. Listen, Mannings, man. I don't know if you were listening to that show, Mannings, man, but I said if you ever test positive, whether it be for flu or dentist, anything, if you ever test positive for a banned substance, you are disqualified from the GOAT conversation. Anything at all.
Yes,
Do you agree?
You set that bar. You set that just for rule out, Shelly. That's what you did.
No, I said that for anything. Mannings, man, do you agree, Mannings, man?
If
No, I
Shelly
don't
gets
agree.
if
I
Shelly
don't agree
gets
with
test
that
positive
because
to tweet it, you're gonna rule her out just because.
no,
So
no, I can't agree with that because there are whereabouts violation, all of those things. I can't agree with that. And I'll say this. Listen, if Elaine wins, that's fine. But I don't see. You see, here's the thing with Elaine. Elaine is a front runner. Like she cannot chase Shelly down. Shelly can chase her down. That's what I want you to remember. She
No, I
cannot
agree with
chase. Well, I'm telling you, if
no,
she's up front,
it is
no,
the
if
other way
I don't
around.
agree.
It's the other way
no,
I
around.
don't
Shelly,
think Shelly
Shelly
does
cannot
not
chase
chase out
Elaine.
people.
Chelsea,
But who
Shelly
you ever
can't
see
chase
Shelly
some
chase
people,
out,
man.
my man?
Shelly is a front runner.
you believe
Shelly is
that,
a
Yeah.
front runner.
Shelly,
She
yeah.
is a front runner. Come on, Mannings, man. Remember that Shelly has a
listen,
bullet starting where she
I am.
normally kill people.
Man,
And,
man,
and
who you ever
okay,
see
okay,
Shelly chase down?
let's find this out, though,
No,
Ryan.
she has
She
never
can't.
had. Okay,
Hold on, no, hold on, no,
Exactly. So
Mannings, man. She
you
can't
can't
chase
use the
some people.
example of
Exactly.
no,
You just debunk your own point, you know.
no,
You just debunk
Let's
your
find
own
out that.
point.
no. But what I'm saying though is that when I look at I'm going to use the most important because the Diamond League we put some credence to that, but at the national championship, Elaine could not catch back Shelly. Who has the better start, Shelly or Elaine?
Shelly had the better
All right.
start.
And if Shelly comes out of her drive phase, I cannot see Elaine catching her back. I would think that Sharika has more chance of catching Shelly than
Mannings, man, you kind of debunked your own point as they said, because, all right,
yeah.
first up, Shelly has a better start. The only time that I could say Shelly has run from behind was probably at the 2012 Olympics. And that was reason for that was based on who was in the field. She's not going to catch back. If Elaine and her come out of the block at the same time, there's no way Shelly is going to beat Elaine.
It is trouble. It is trouble if they come out of the block.
It is going to be a trouble if Shelly allows Elaine to come out of the starter block before her. Reason being, as I said, Elaine is stronger as the race goes on. Yes, Shelly has said that, I've worked on the last part of my race this season, all of that. However, the fact still remains that Elaine is a stronger finisher than Shelly and Fraser Price.
Mannings man,
yeah.
Hold on the level. I'm gonna mean for cut here. Mannings man, let me give you some inside information right now. Exclusive inside information. You see, Elaine right now, Elaine is doing 200 to 250 block starts every single day because she know that at the start of the race, that is where she lose. Because at the Jamaican trial, she was probably one of the last one come out of the blocks. So let me tell you, if she get that start perfect, it's going to be trouble in Tokyo, and it's going to be trouble on Sports Frenzzyy, because I will be here live and direct. Hear me, I tell you?
All right. Well, I pick Shelly. I made my picks. We shall see.
All right. We shall see.
Ryan.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm going to be very frank here, sir. Jamaica 1, 2, 3. The order is debatable. And why it is debatable is this. As we say, if Elaine get her start, and if Elaine is beside Shelly after like 30 to 50 meters, then Elaine is going to win. If Shelly gets away from the field and is leading by the distance that Shelly normally leads by to win a race, Shelly will win the race. But let us not rule out Shericka Jackson. Shericka Jackson look like she have the potential to create an upset. So based on that, this 1, 2, 3 can go in any order. It will just it is determined by what happened on the day. Dina Asha for fourth. If what's your name again? Shaka Weed or whatever her name is was there, she would not be on the podium.
Okay.
Level
Chris, we're talking about the one with the Scott, not the one with the Lynch. So
Yeah.
Scott, your turn.
I think it's egregious that Mr. Kims is disrespecting Shelly and Fraser like that. Let me just point that out. First of all. Second of all, you talk about Elaine being healthy. She's in a championship race. She's not losing. Please to be reminded that also you can say the same for Shelly and Fraser Price too. Healthy in a championship race, Shelly most times ain't losing either. So you have to put that into consideration. Hold on, me allow you to talk. Hold on, my general.
You're right, sir. My bad.
Shelly You said Elaine has been working on the bullets, on her block starts every single day, right?
250.
250. Was that the plan?
250 times.
Was that also the plan, even going into the trials as well?
Can I answer now, or was that rhetorical?
No, man. I'm asking you if the block starts have been going on before the trials.
Okay, so to be honest with you, the Black Stars was going on, but it wasn't at the tempo that it is now. You know, we wanted to see, well, not we, because I'm not your coach, but her coach and her team wanted to see exactly where she was at, and they see that she needed more reps because her start was absolutely poor in the final. So they said that they know what they need to do, and once you get the start, then it's all over. So I'm telling you.
Levon and management, I know you see where I'm going with this, you know. I know you see where I'm going with this. Even with those block starts, on a normal day, most times, Shelly is getting out the blocks before Elaine. On a normal day. Would you agree, yes or no?
All right, so on a normal day, all right, sure, yeah. But the thing is not if Shelly get up before her, is how far ahead Shelly get before her. That's the worry, you know, because if you look at the national championships, when Shelly get up and in her drive face, Elaine just getting up out of the blocks, race already done. So we just want as close enough reaction time, and then Elaine tapping speed will do the rest of the work. Because Shelly thinks that she finishes fast, you're going to see something.
All right. So I just don't like the fact that you are disrespecting a lady that nobody expected to do anything in 2008, did so. In 2012, she did so. And I believe one of her best races was in 2019. You know why I think one of her best races was in 2019?
Yes.
Because of the manner of how she won that race.
Yes. Okay.
So I have Shelly and Fraser Price, Mommy Rocket. Okay. I have her getting the gold.
Okay.
I have Elaine getting silver, and I have Sharika getting bronze. But I will say this: the order can change on
that means
any.
You have a contradiction this already.
No, I'm not contradicting myself. That
conjunction. That is a conjunction that they use to.
No. I am going with my 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Shelly, Elaine, and Sharika for me. But I am really impressed with how Sharika has been running in the 100. I'm really impressed with that. I'm just stating that. I'm putting that out there.
So the 3 100 where you see she run, you're really impressed with those 3 100 where you see she run.
I am impressed.
All right, I'm going to go over to a man that has been following Sharika from whenever a man that told us that come trials, Sharika won't lose that 200 meter. Well, she lost it due to her own downfall because she left too much to do in that last 100. But I'm talking about none of that. Chris Lynch. Chris, you think that your girls get the title in this one? You said producer that Chris Lynch is Chris Cut, bigger brother.
You said who? Sharika? You said if Sharika can win the 100?
Yeah.
No, I think Kems is living in a dreamland. I love Ilian and I love Sharika, but Shelly-Ann assured us that we cannot pick against her. Remember, she ran on a sick toe and medal. And Ilian was in that race and was probably favorite to win at that championship.
Ilian won. He won.
Yeah.
Wasn't that 2016? Yeah, that was 2016. Ilian won.
No, this is a world championship.
No,
that was the Olympics.
When Shelly
Rio, she had the toe injury. Was in Rio.
It was in Rio.
She had the toe injury in Rio.
Well, to be honest with you,
Shelly and Talu did the same time and Shelly got third. Elaine won that race.
I understand the confusion because I also confused about the toe injury. I hear about the toe injury just out of the blue, so I'm also confused. Just like
no. Let me tell you, the toe injury has been there for quite some time. It has been reported for quite some time during that 100-meter phases, because even in the semi-finals, Shelly had some discomfort. You saw it on her face. From the semi-finals, there was some discomfort on her face. So the toe injury was not something that came out of the blue. It was something that she was battling at in Rio de Janeiro. Don't bright yourself with Shelly and
Chris Lynch, we not eat off your point, you know, but also 1 second, Chris Scott, right? Chris Scott, 1 second. Out of an Achilles injury or a toe injury, which one you think is worse? Chris Lynch, you can answer as well. Which one have the more significant impact? Toe injury or Achilles?
So does that matter?
That's what I want to know.
No, Kemp, let me just help you. You know that
Injury.
it don't right, but it doesn't matter, because you know that your big toe gives you balance. If her big toe, because this is sprinting, it's going to be hard for her to plant her leg if her big toe.
And it wasn't the toe. Remember, it was
right,
below. Remember, it's
below.
The base of the toe. You know? I don't remember.
Right, so every time she puts that down, it's very sensitive. So you can imagine that you're almost playing hopscotch in the race. Come on, man, let's not go there. That's not even a point.
No, I was just asking a question for knowledge purposes.
I know what Kem's know. Good uppercut, man.
Tell it, Kem's asked management. More sound that way. Kem's is asking Mannings what he's drinking, but Kem's more sound that way because he's playing down Shelly. You cannot play down Shelly. No, even if you want to say Ilian is going to win, you cannot play down Shelly, because she has proved that at championships she can get the work done.
I am sure if somebody had said they doubt that Ilian had an Achilles injury, Kems would be here going on.
But I said
be going ballistic.
I personally don't think that every time Elaine that. Alright, you notice that there's a trend with Elaine that whenever she loses a race or
their Achilles,
the year she come out about, I was carrying this injury every time, so.
No, Levon. No, you're gonna get a conk. Because you probably have to do some more research on Achilles injury.
So do some more research on Shelly injury as well.
And the toe injury.
Because you cannot say, oh, she's doing this. You're not sure if that. No. If so be the case, you can't talk about do more research and you're not researching on Shelly's injury either.
Chris Scott.
Get in back here, Kems. All you want to know is Ilian is doing something. What she's doing? Block starts. You know whoever doing block starts? Shelly. Shelly, she trying to catch Shelly. So that's why you must not talk down Shelly. Because it's obviously that there's a fear and psychological advantage to Shelly. Because Shelly have the confidence that once she get out the block first, she's going to see the finish line first. Ilian know that as well. And that's where Shelly holds a psychological advantage. You know that as well. So that's why you're telling me about 300 to 500 block starts per day.
200
because
250.
That's why I don't understand how you talk down Shelly at no level. You cannot talk her down at no level. Like, she's the one to catch. She's the one to catch. Shakira knew that. And everyone know that Shelly's the one to catch.
All right, so
understand this too, the mental part of it. If I'm working on 250 starts a day to beat someone because I believe that they're better than me, I go on the day and the person comes out of the block faster than me, will that unsettle my race?
Advantage, Shelly. That's exactly where I'm going at, man. Advantage, Shelly.
Answer that for me, Kems.
All right, so I'm not gonna answer you know, but first of all, Anthony Butler. Just go easy, general. I saw them think they got sometime. But then I got always
not everybody's going to agree. Everybody has split personalities, so that's
and if you watch First Take and if you watch all of them show that everybody have their own personal bias.
Especially undisputed Kims. Especially undisputed.
Personal, all of that. So if you have a problem, boss man, I apologize. But that's me. Back to you now, Mannings, man, right? Back to you now, Mannings, man. You were telling me about, you said mental, right? You said something about mental a while ago?
Yeah. The mental effect on Elaine, because if she's working on, according to you, 250 starts a day, because she realized that Shelly has this advantage. She comes into the Olympic final, and with all of that preparation, Shelly still gets out of the blocks. before her. Will it affect her mentally, you believe?
Will it affect her mentally? I believe yes. I'll tell you one thing about Elaine. When it comes on to mental stability, I think she's weak mentally, just in general, right? I think she's weak mentally, and that is why if you have been watching Elaine, if you've been listening to her coaches, that's why you hear her coaches put certain stuff out there and I say, oh, she's in the best form of her life, this and that, just in order to boost her up so she can feel in her mind, all right then, yeah, I'm in a good spot. So mentally, I would say yes, that would give Shelly the edge and the advantage, of course. What I want to say about the Achilles injury, Mr. Christopher Scott, is that, and Levon, is that an Achilles injury is something that it doesn't get better. Sometimes it flare up, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm not going to say she find excuses or she don't find excuses. I mean, it's life. We all find excuses at some point.
So, Kims, I just brought up that to debunk your point, because they keep on talking about what Shelly was suffering from and all of that. So I just made the reference that, why is it that it's only that when Elaine loses or doesn't do as expected, we hear about she was carrying this and she was carrying that. Why is only at that point in time? Why we don't hear about it when she wins?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I don't know.
You kill your own point again in a boss.
Huh?
You kill your own point,
You kill your own point.
No. What I'm saying is, right, I don't know why she don't mention it. Probably the question that she's asked by the reporter is structured different when she lose versus when she win. Probably that is what it is. Because, okay, let me show you. When she won the 10.71, the last race that she won and she beat Shelly, right? The question was structured different. When she lost at national championship, the first question them asked her is, how do you feel you're going to the Olympics? What she said, well, I haven't been training for the last 2 weeks. I'm surprised I'm even here. I'm grateful for that. So the way how the questions are asked are just totally different. I'm not disrespecting Shelly at all. Elaine is my runner. I respect Shelly as a runner, right? I respect her as a runner. I love her as a person. But I just believe that Elaine is the better sprinter. It's just the more unfortunate sprinter, but I believe she's the better sprinter.
No, here's where I have to come in on that, Mr. Kems. And I see a last name. What is that? Hera? There's probably a reason for that. But anyways, now the reason why they say you're disrespecting Shelly is because you are not debunking Elaine's injury. Yes, we all know Achilles injury, Bridging. We know about it. That sometimes it flares upon you and everything. But the fact that Shelly was through the rounds, had an injury that everybody knew about. I don't know why you think that it was something made up by Shelly. And as Ryan said, she ran the same time as the second place finish. And they gifted her the bronze medal.
It's not the second, it's the fourth.
Second, she and Jose Maritalu got the same time. So the fact that you are injured and still medal, and remember the type of injury she had, you see, once you put pressure on that foot, really, it is very painful. And the fact that she was able to do that and still medal, and you're saying that, I don't know if that injury was real, but yet you're still talking about when Elaine had her injury and we must do research. Why is it that you did not do also the research to state your facts that, listen, maybe it is not as serious as we actually thought. Maybe it is something that she used as an excuse. But it has been said and it has been reported, and you saw the grimace on her face in 2016 in Rio. We saw it, and it was not the finals alone. And a lot of persons, I was watching the 100 meter in the semifinals. I saw the semifinals of the 100. Of course, I saw all the rounds, but especially the semifinals. I had analysts, not persons where sit down and just talk about track and field. I'm talking about sports analysts, people who do this as a job. Look on Shelly's face and said something is not right. They saw that something was not right with Shelly. And the fact that she still went out there in pain and had an injury and still medal, and you're saying, oh, Shelly this, Shelly that. No, you can't debunk her, my youth. She's a 2019 world champion, 2012 Olympic champion, 2008 Olympic champion. Remember, Shelly, no persons, remember that some persons were saying that Veronica should have even took the place of Shelly and Fraser Price when she was in the trials in 2008. Remember that? She went on to win the 100 meters, then went and win 2012. Come on, you cannot counter her.
I was one of those people who was levying for Shelly to represent the country in 2008 instead of Veronica. Just so you know, I was one of the people who wanted Shelly to run.
All right,
so it's surprising.
I want to ask.
There wasn't an Elaine around at the time.
So, to one of our viewers, Sensenia Benaya, you said that Elaine is a superior talent to Shelly, and what is your measuring stick to say that one is superior to the other? What do you use? Because if we're going by success, that means Shelly, Elaine is playing catch up to Shelly. So, what is your measuring stick?
I don't know how I'm coming at it.
Are you trying to use her physique? Because that is the only thing I could possibly think of.
Listen, let me give you a good example. Maybe Asafa Powell look like, Asafa Powell is such a, if you wanted to teach somebody how to look when they're sprinting, let them look at Asafa. What has that done? What has that done for him?
97.
No, let's count the gold medals from the 90 somethings. How many medals? One.
All right, Levon. All our Mannings, man. So Levon.
No, I'm not comparing. I'm not saying, but I'm saying Asafa Paul, Usain Bolt style, he doesn't look as good as Asafa, but he has more medal. Shelly may not look as good as Elaine in terms of her sprinting style, but let me tell you something. She wins more medals.
Hold on. So the Sensenia's answer saying that Elaine won Olympic double, Shelly never won. Give me a break, man. That is the emergency.
Let us move on from the comments that Frenzzyy has been made, or whatever her name is, has been making.
Yeah, because it's an apology to Elaine.
They are more biased than Kim.
Hold on, Ryan and Levon and Kim's, correct me if I'm wrong. Hasn't Shelly won a world 200 meter title before?
She has.
Yeah.
She has.
Okay.
All right. Levon.
So that is different from saying she'll win it at the same.
At the same that. Yeah, man, I get that. But
so this is my thing, Levon. Let me answer your question real quick, Levon. So this is my thing. When you talk about a runner, when you talk about an athlete that is decorated, an athlete that is credentialed, then Shelly is up there. Just like how you have Alison Felix is up there. But when you talk about an athlete with talent, like I would say, just like Management asked about Asafa Powell, I would say personally, Asafa Powell would probably be a more talented sprinter than Usain. But Usain is more credentialed, Usain is more decorated. I
don't agree with that.
Why don't you agree?
I don't either.
Number one, right? Which of these
Kems is based in his assessments and the aesthetics of them. Of them.
You're dealing with looks. Talent doesn't equal to looks. That's what you just said, Kems. Basically,
that's like saying
Asafa doesn't run faster than Usain Bolt, so it can't be nothing.
That's like saying Marlon Samuels is a better batsman than Steve Smith.
All right, I'm just going to read this comment and I'll give you a little stats as well. So here's Sheena Kamis in the comment section saying that if an athlete with an injury goes to the Olympics and wins a bronze and not at her best, trying to three-peat and defend her title is a no-brainer. She has grit, has heart, that never say die attitude. True champion Shelly is the real deal. And also, Shelly did the double 2013 Moscow 100-200.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But a lot of people say that doesn't equate to the Olympic double. But either way,
a double is a double.
No. You cannot pre and say a double is a what?
A double is world championship. No, my world championship in comparison to Olympics,
brother,
Olympics is a bigger thing.
What kind of force is not?
No, we're not going to what?
We're talking like world champions some trials or something.
No, I'm about. All right. Watch your Ryan. See Olympics up here, sir.
National trials. World.
No, man, but at the end of the day, Ryan, Olympics is the highest of the ice, man.
And
yeah, I'm not saying no.
I'm not only
world champion.
Ryan. Not only that. Well, if you look even at the talent pool as well.
Where did you say?
Look at the talent pool.
World record. Where did you say get his world record?
World Championship, 2009.
Okay, since we're counting World Championship,
both
the 9.69, right?
You're going in and out, Ryan.
He's saying it's the Olympics winning time of 9.69.
We're discounting World Champion 9.69 is better than the 9.
Ryan, sometimes we try to compare apples and oranges and really fit in the
equation. I agree, James.
What I'm saying, let me tell you what I'm saying, Ryan. Let me tell you what I'm saying is there's a difference.
Commonwealth.
If you even look at the talent pool in the World Championships versus the talent pool in the Olympics, the Olympic talent pool was greater than the World Champs.
So hold on a sec, Kims. Let me ask Ryan this question. Ryan, which one of these do people remember the most? 2008 Beijing or 2009 Berlin?
What we're talking about?
Right.
What event we're talking about? You mean entirety?
That's
overall championship.
What we're talking about? People remember the 9.58 better than 9.69. If that's what we're talking about.
Hold on, Ryan.
We're talking
overall championship. 2008
we're
Olympics
talking about
or 2009
overall,
championship. Which one?
If we're talking over, let me answer your question, man. If we're talking about overall, then it's going to be Olympic. But if we're talking about a particular event, then it's going to be the 100 in the 2009. So it depends on what we're talking about here.
The producer want to chime in.
But yes, Ryan. But if you ask most Jamaicans, right, where did both those records? They're not going to say Berlin 2009. I can guarantee you that they're going to say Beijing. Though most Jamaicans don't remember that the World Championship in Berlin in 2009. What they remember is Beijing.
That is their problem. Yeah, but that is the problem, producer. At the end of the day, let us be frank here. At the end of the day, Kem said that the talent pool in deep and whatever it is, but at the end of the day, it's the same people don't
agree. Don't agree.
It's the same people going to see in the final of a World Champs.
Levon, the talent pool at that World Championships was not better than the talent pool at the 2016 Olympics.
That one.
I'm talking about that part, those particular talent pool. And see the umbrella man when name here, Sensi or whatever one name, Shensi, whatever one name say, him say the Olympics you get no buy. There's no buy for the Olympics. World Championship.
You have to work harder. You have to work harder forgetting the Olympics because you don't get a buy as a world as a defending champion.
What the hell does that have to do with your time?
Yeah, but time is
I don't understand the argument.
Define our Olympic games, you know. When we see burst onto the scene.
What the hell?
The talent pool that Shelley ran against in 2013 versus the talent pool that Elaine ran against in 2016. The talent pool was different. The Olympic talent pool was a harder talent pool to beat.
It was deeper.
I agree.
Yeah,
much deeper.
Olympic talent pool is always deeper. Always.
If you check,
I'm not saying no. But what I'm saying to you, let me talk now. What I'm saying to you is that in a final, when the cream rises to the top, in an Olympic or a World Championship, you basically get back the same people them in the final. I lie me I tell?
Not
Tell me say I
necessarily.
lie me I tell. When by most time, if you look at the 2008 Olympic versus the 2009 World Championship, is basically the same people them come back in the final.
Ryan,
And
this one
we
is
can
game for you.
match up World Championship and Olympic come right down the line, and we realize so we get back a similar talent pool in a final.
Most
Am I lying?
No,
We can start from 08 and come right down the line.
No, Ryan, your argument is a double and I am saying, all right, let's look at it. If at the Olympics, me I run against
something named World Championship. In a name Commonwealth game.
Let's give me a thought, no, General. If at the World Championships, me I run against Levon and Mannings, man. That's my competition at the World Championship. I'm going to go and then win. And then we go at the Olympics now, and me I run against Johan Blake and so. Which one that will be more impressive? No most when we beat Johan Blake and then people. So that's all I'm saying. So that's all
right. So the 9.69 is more impressive than the 9.58. We can move on.
All right.
Ryan, again, we can count that point too, because Bolt broke the world record first time at a little no meet run one place or one part run. So you tell me that they're better than the Olympic time as well.
The 9.68 better than 9.5. The 9.69 better than 9.5. We can move on. This is some ridiculous.
Let's give a shout out to Devin Cohen, man. A lot of people heard him today beginning of the show on radio. Yeah, man, respect, man, for that, because we appreciate anywhere the support come from. So, Devin, big up yourself, man. I know that you're one of our analysts and also one of our biggest supporters when it comes down to this show. But women's 200 meter, I believe this one will be way more entertaining and way more interesting than the 100 meter itself. Chris, how this one going now?
Why you always call me for them difficult? Go to Kev's or Manning's man. I can't decide.
Chris, who's the sports journalist on here?
Listen to me. Don't use that. Right now is not Christopher the sports journalist right now. It's very difficult to call. It's very, very difficult to call.
Me take it on.
Please, let me go. Please.
Go on, Manning's man.
So you know that we spoke on Saturday about this, right? So my thing is that I don't see Shelley medaling in this, and I think it's hard to see Jamaica getting 1, 2, 3 because the pool is so deep. All right. I also think when I watched Shelley in her last race, I think Miller Ebo beat her, and Shelley was. I mean, you could see her lifting up her head. She's trying to muster enough energy to complete the last 30 meters. At the national trial, that's the last meet that she did when Eva beat her, right? When you look at the national championship, you figure that if Sharika got a better start, she would have defeated Shelley. I think what the other athletes need to do, like what Sharika needs to do, is easier to do to beat Shelley. What Shelley needs to do to get a medal, it's too hard. Like, I don't think she can do any more than she's presently doing, but I think Sharika could improve her start. I think Elaine could improve her start, and because she already has a strong finish. And so I think with those two and Ebo Miller, that's where the medals will be. I feel like Gabby Thomas is not going to be. Like, for some reason, I think this time that she did, like, I would have loved to have seen her do it, like, at least close to it, at least one more time in her career. It's like one of these one-off times that I can't see it being repeated.
Yep.
So I think Elaine and Shelley and Ebo and Asha Miller, the medals are going to be around at 4. Dean and Asha Smith, right? I don't see Shelley medaling in this. I would want to believe that Elaine is probably going to win this.
All right.
And Ebo second and Sharika third. That's where I'd go.
All right. All right, Mannings man. So you get a big thumbs up for that because that is
maybe I need to take Elaine name out of it.
Hey, hello, Mannings man. Careful. All right. So Elaine will be, I believe, will be the first woman to do the Olympic sprint double, both 100 and 200. Now, listen to me. A lot of persons, so you can say the 100-meter is debatable and this and that and all of that kind of stuff, right? But Elaine will not lose the 200-meter, especially to Shelly. Shauna Miller, she's kind of asterisk because I don't know what she's going to do. She's going to do the 200 or the 400. I'm not really sure. But when you look at Elaine, and I see she run a 200 the other day, and I really love how she run the 200 the other day. Start out good, come off the curve fast, and just hold it down on the street. That is what I want her to do. So I have Elaine winning. I have Shericka Jackson finishing second. And if Shawnee Miller run, I have Shawnee for the bronze. If she don't run, I have Dina Asher-Smith for the bronze. I don't think Shelly and Fraser, just like what you say about Gabby Thomas in the Mannings, man. She run a 1/2 time. I think Shelly run a 1/2 time at national trials. I don't think she'll get anywhere close to 21.79 ever again, So I just believe that, those are the three, either Elaine Shericka Shawnee or Elaine Shericka Dina Asher, What I want Shericka Jackson to do, though, as I was telling Levon a couple of podcasts ago, I need Shericka Jackson to come off the corner strong. She can't wait until the last 100 meters to try and make up ground because big people are running now, no, small fry. So she have to come off of the corner, she have to eat up the corner, and then she use her momentum on her 400-meter strength to bring her through. But Elaine, I don't think she's not even a biased thing. Honestly, I don't think she's going to lose. I don't think she's going to lose the 200. I really don't think she's going to lose the 200.
All right, and I'm going to pick up on that point and give it to Ryan because this is something that Ryan spoke about a couple podcasts ago as well, talking about the turnover of Shericka Jackson phases. And we're saying that, especially in her first 100, she has a slow turnover in those phases.
Sorry, go ahead.
If she goes into the Olympics and has that same turnover throughout her phases, won't you say it takes curtains for her in terms of getting that elusive gold medal?
I think the conversation I had, I disagreed with you initially, and you said something else to me afterwards, and I said, okay, that makes sense in terms of her coming through faster in the 3 phases. That was a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think based on that, I think Shericka will adjust her running and will run the phases a bit faster because of the fact that she have to be closer to the field coming into the home stretch, which is her strength. So I am going to throw a curveball right now. I agree with the guys for one thing. They said that it is harder for Shelly to get a medal in this event. And I think I agree with that. I did not have Dina to get a medal in the 100, but I think she has a very good chance of getting a medal here, silver or bronze, more than like a bronze. If Shericka now gets her running together, I am going to go gold for Shericka.
And for the silver?
Right. Elaine.
Okay.
Levon, let me give you a little bit of another inside information because I always have inside information. Right? Give you another inside information right now. Christopher Scott, I know you're going to talk, Nick, so probably you can use this to substantiate the points that you're going to make, right? Let me tell you something about what's going on in the MVP camp, right? Elaine is whopping up everything in that 200 over there. Everything in those training, those 200, those 300 meters that they're doing in training.
But she's the best 200-meter runner over there. What do you expect? That's not a big point. I don't understand that big point.
Ryan, you're talking to a brick wall. What are you talking about? Everybody knows that in the MVP camp, Elaine Thompson-Herah is the best 200-meter runner.
Not the comment, not the Facebook coaches. The Facebook coaches beating me over here.
Kems, man, I like still Kems a peer uppercut gonna give from net, you know.
Yo, man, you sure say I'm Mike Tyson, not Coach Bridget?
Like it. Go ahead.
All right, so I actually do agree with Kems for the first. Oh my gosh, hallelujah, gotta come. But I do have Elaine running, getting that goal in the 200. I just think that's her specialty, man. I just don't think she's gonna lose that event, to be honest. But Sharika, I have her getting the silver. I just think that her first 100 meter as well is very slow. Her reaction time is very slow for the first 100 meter. If she improves that speed in the 100 meter, she will for sure be closer than we think to Elaine. But I still have Elaine winning that goal. If Shawnee Miller-Weber decides to run the 400, I have Dina Asher-Smith winning the bronze. But if Shawnee decides to run the shorter of the two, I have Shawnee Miller-Weber getting the bronze. So it's Elaine Thompson for me. Then, of course, Sharika Jackson. And then you have Shawnee Miller-Weber. If she runs, she gets third. But if not, Dina Asher-Smith to get the bronze for me.
All right, and on this one, I'll be fighting a lone man battle because I disagree with all four of you. I think, honestly and truthfully, Shelly and Fraser Price will get a medal in this event.
What color?
The color of the medal is the one that I'm scratching my head on. That is the only one.
So you think she has a good...
All right, listen. The reason why I said this, if Shelly and Fraser Price goes out and get that 100-meter goal, she is going to get a gold medal. Not necessarily a goal, but she'll get a medal in the 200-meter. The color of it again, I'm not sure about, but I think she'll be extra motivated to get a medal in the 200-meter.
So Levon, let me ask you a question. Host. Let me ask you a question. Do you think, you said that she'll be extra motivated. Do you think, and this is a serious question now, I just want to know what you think. Do you think motivation make you faster? Do you think, all right, if I have motivation, I will run faster? Do you think that's an element of sprinting? I'm just asking, right?
Yes, if I have a point to prove, there's a likely possibility that I will go here to try and go faster.
All right, so let me ask you.
You came on the mental, with Elaine, remember?
Yeah, so let me ask you now. Dina Asher-Smith.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm saying Dina Asher-Smith have a point to prove. Elaine have a point to prove. Sharika have a point to prove. Shawnee have a point to prove. So where does Shelly fit in that mix? Because Shelly is better than none of them, you know. So where Shelly fit in that mix if everybody motivated and everybody have a point?
All right, so you're saying Shelly not better than who again? Elaine?
Let's go 200. Shawnee Miller.
No, boss. Come on. What is Shawnee's fastest time this year?
So what's our fastest time this year?
I'm asking you some questions.
What's our fastest time this year? I don't have it on top of me, but I can figure it out for you.
21 point. She did 21 point.
Yeah, she did a 21 point something.
That was in 2019. She did.
You know what her PB is?
21.74.
Okay. Is Shelly and Fraser PB?
21.79.
So we're making it seems like, Shawnee Miller-Weber is miles ahead of Shelly and Fraser.
Levon, come on. Hold on, Ryan.
But I think what Levon is saying though is that unformed because Shelly 21.79 was done in 2021. Ebo's 20 time was done in 2019.
No, but
that's like a couple of years though we had the pandemic.
But check me out the Mannings, man, right? And Levon, like we can't go compare time, you know, because if I compare time, then we could give Gabby Thomas a medal then, because she run 21.6 in a 2021. So if we're gonna say Shelly PB at 21.79, then Gabby PB at 21.
But I can debunk that point again and go off pedigree. Come on, Kims. Come on, Kims. Gabby Thomas, what pedigree does she have behind her?
All right, Kims, right? Kims, never come in and ask a question. Right?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe do you believe that you need energy levels, right, to win the 200 meter?
If I think you need energy level,
yeah, to win the 200 meter.
I think energy level is an I think
that
that's
aspect. All right. Did you know that extra motivation boosts energy levels? That's actually scientific proven.
Yes, producer. Producer, I understand that, but I'm saying we have 5 to 6 women in the field, quality women who have energy level, who have the same motivation. So why we are gonna go ahead?
I think what Levon said, is that if Shelly wins the goal in the 100,
right,
she'll be extra motivated for the 2. I think that's what
exactly
Levon
what I said.
And also, Kim,
so I think you're using the wrong context to argue with him.
And also, Kim, Shelly has never won an 100-meter gold medal and lose a medal in the 200 meter if she decides to run the 200 meter. If you check history in the World Championship, she has never gone without a medal in 200 meter once she win the 100 meter gold.
But Levon, do you think like how the 200 meter will be done, it will affect the athletes? Because I think the schedule is a little bit different from normal for this particular Olympics. Like the races are over a shorter period of time.
No, don't I think they get more time this time between the 100 and the 200?
No, it's over I'm talking about the rounds of the 200.
No,
I think they're shorter.
I don't think so. I think you're the 1 round today and then tomorrow you're the 2.
Yeah, I think
three rounds in, is it 3 rounds in 2 days?
Yeah,
you do heat, then the semi and the finals, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
the 100 meter will be next week.
Yeah, so you do the heat.
So
you do the heats today, and then tomorrow the semi and the final.
Isn't there normally a day break? But I think normally they get a day. Then
that's a day break. That's how I think it always goes. You do the heats one day, and then the following day do the semi and the final.
Normally happens for the 100 meters that I know about, not for the 200. And normally know it happens for the
So
okay.
So
the semi and the final are normally the same day.
Mannings man, see the same brother Ben Naya, see me say at least train they're stronger than you guys. Like if we talk about
when reading comments, why not comment on the comments?
Listen up. If talk some truth more while, man. Listen up. So like Mannings man,
I'm agreeing with you.
You can agree with the man.
Mannings man, listen. Mannings man, what may I say is like
move on.
The coaches know the schedule. The coaches know the schedule. The only double that I think impossible are the 200, 400 double. Washane claims she gonna try and attempt, right? So I think the coaches have these athletes in peak shape, ready to take on that 200 meter challenge with 3 rounds in 2 days. The only thing I was thinking about was if we can get that 4x1 record. That's what I was thinking about, because we have 3 women running the 100, the same 3 women running the 200, and then at least 2 out of them women they have to go run the 4x1. So that's the only thing I was thinking about if we can get the 4x1 record. But in terms of the 200,
I think 3 of them are going to run the 4x1 too.
All right, so I'm glad to bring that up, Chris, because that is my area of concern now. Because I'm looking at it, I'm saying that if all 3 of these athletes are running the 100, 200, we're here talking about how we expect the world record to go in the 4x100 meter for women. With all these 3 athletes running 3 rounds of those 2 events, I think they'll actually probably be leggy when it comes down to the 4x1.
So when is the 4x1 going to be run though?
I'm not sure, but I know that the final of the 200 meter will be run on August the 3rd.
But they have 3 athletes. I think for this Olympic, you even can replace more persons. They have Natasha Morris, who is going to be there, Brianna Williams, and that young lady who finished 4th, beat Burchell. So I think they could rest a couple of them.
They're going to rest them, man. They're not going to rest them.
I don't see the issue with the 4x1.
Mannings,
even if it was 6 athletes, I don't see the issue with it.
Yeah.
Mannings, they have to rest them because
I think they'll be alright because the finals of the 4x1.
Yeah, because Shelly is Kemba Nelson.
Kemba Nelson will not be there. She won't be there.
Oh,
it is Burchell.
Ramona Burchell.
Ramona Burchell, right. So you have Shelly, Ilian, and Sharika running the 100 and the 200. But you have other persons there, as you know, that they're going to rest.
I can make up 4 changes.
Right.
But
you can
but
make
would you risk it making 4 changes?
But but you have Natasha Morris, Brianna Williams, very good athletes. I mean,
I honestly think Kems as well that one of the persons that are running in the heat will be running in the finals.
That's
and it will be Brianna.
It will be Brianna Williams.
No man, but I'm saying either Shelly or Elaine or Sharika, at least one of them have to run in the heats. Have to run 4x1 heats. At least one of them in order to secure. I Ramona Birchell and them people. No, sir.
Listen, if you want to,
all right. Kems, what we probably say is that based on who win the 100-meter goal, if it's a Jamaican, that person will be rested for the final.
Yeah, they won't be running.
Yeah. Who say if I win,
Elaine will be resting.
Yeah, man, Shelly will be resting. I want to touch on a topic that I saw earlier on today, and it's about the greatest sprinter of all time across both gender. Talking about none other than Usain Bolt. And mind you guys, although personally I don't care if you guys want to come at me, I just speak the truth. I don't care how harsh it is, I'm just going to speak the truth. Usain Bolt is arguably my favorite sports person of all time. Let's get that out. But also, I think Usain Bolt made a statement that I think is hypocritical. Reason being, you made a statement saying that with the advent of these new spikes and all of that, it's a joke that his time could probably go and all of that. My question to Sir Bolt is, so with the advent of technology, don't you think that things will actually become better? Because if I look at what Carl Lewis and all those athletes normally running from those time and the tracks they used to run on, I can probably say that the time that you ran, based on the spikes that you use and the tracks that you run on, they're arguably faster than what those guys use. So I personally think that is a hypocritical statement to make at that point in time. And the guys disagree.
But I think based on the era that Bolt is in, he's looking at it from that perspective that, okay, I just leave tracks and I see this happening, as opposed to a Carl Lewis looking on. And then again, Carl Lewis was also very critical of Usain Bolt. So I guess it's just old school versus new school.
I'm actually do agree because
all right, hold on, Chris. So the producer just point out that probably Usain is looking at it from a standpoint that it is actually his rival sponsored company is the one that actually came in with these spikes as well. So probably just speaking from that standpoint.
Yeah, some persons are making that point that it's because he is sponsored by Puma and Nike is the one that are bringing those new advanced spikes as to the reason why Bolt is lashing out. So a lot of persons believe that it has to do with sponsorship.
All right, Chris, go ahead.
Maybe so. You can put that in there, but like you said, Level, things and times don't stay in one place. Things and times always change. You know, from when Jesse Owens ran, it's different than when Carl Lewis was running, where Daniel Quarry, Herb McKinley, Asaf Paul. It goes on. The generation changes, but it's different. It is. And for you to say that record would not be touched, let me tell you something. There's an American runner by the name of Michael Johnson that did not think his 400 nor 200 meter record would have been touched. It wouldn't. In 2008, when he saw that Usain Bolt just dipped under the record, he wasn't how would I put it, that surprised. You see, in 2009, when Bolt ran 19.19, he was shocked out of his wits. We need to stop saying that, this can't be done, that can't be done. The training, the technology, even the gears are different than when it was in a certain generation. So we can't say, listen, it will never happen. You just have to watch and see. And I think that Michael Johnson is a perfect example because he did not think that his record in both the 400 and the 200 would have been shattered. He didn't think so. Van Niekerk broke it and Bolt broke it twice. So I don't think we need to put a cap on if records will be broken or not. I'm just saying.
So,
All right.
so I'm
Except
tell
when
you.
you blow job.
So now me have to go defend you scene. No, I have to. I wanted to beat him, but when I see you take that stance, then I have to defend him.
No, man. Come with your original point of view, man.
No. I want to defend him. So check me out, Levon. Right? Check me out. What you saying, Bolt, is saying. You saying, Bolt, you're talking about he's being hypocritical. I don't think he's being hypocritical. You saying Bolt is not talking about the Oregon track. You saying Bolt is not talking about this or that. He's talking about a particular spikes that is known to let athletes shave time off, to shave seconds off their time. Remember, these same Nike spikes, remember, they were banned, they were banned from track and field. And then what Nike do? Nike shave it down a little bit more, shave down the edges, do everything good in order to get it past so they can compete in it. So I believe you saying have a legitimate point for say, damn, like, why we can't just do the thing fair? Why we can't do the thing normal? You just get the regular spikes, you put on the regular spikes, and you go out there and run. It would just be like if you get a football boots, and them say, well, the football boots, if you have these football boots, it curl the ball more, and so. I say, why you can't just put on a regular football boots? But I believe you saying have a legitimate point.
James, can I poke you in your side on this one?
All in my head.
Did Usain Bolt had a regular spikes just like any other athlete?
Usain Bolt spikes was not anything to make you run faster. Like the spikes were Shelly wear, the spikes were Shakari wear.
Why you gonna call Shelly name again, man?
Because she wear those spikes. She wears those spikes. So the spikes were Shelly wear, the spikes were Shakari wear, and a few other athletes wear it. It allowed them to run faster. That's the fact.
So Kims, Usain Bolt spikes in comparison to the ones that Carl Lewis wore. Are you telling me that they're basically the same?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. We don't know. We can say, okay, technology improves, so we can make an educated guess.
Of course, technology does have
Yeah,
this part.
yeah.
To Ryan, I forget to probably conquer Ryan point as well. Ryan, you're saying that Usain probably looking at it from the short space of time. Boss, it takes not even 1 day for technology to just boom and jump up. And this is what I believe it was 4 years now since he has retired. So if you give us 4 years, what do you think will happen? Way more time for advanced technology.
Hold on.
Let me say this. Based on this argument, we should never ever compare Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi with Pele, because the equipment and gears and football surfaces, we can't look at sports that way, right? Because if I put on those spikes, I won't break Usain Bolt record. No matter how many things Nike are putting the spikes for me to break Usain Bolt record,
big points.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So outside, no matter what spike you have, the person has to be running close to those times anyway. Because
all right, Mannings man, no, never give you a conk. But hold on, Akil Henry, Shelly don't wear Adidas spikes, General. Come on, Akil man, come on. Back to you now, Mannings man. Okay, you are not an athlete. I'm nowhere to say no big professional athlete. What it is that if you are, for example, a Christian Coleman, a Trayvon Brown, already fast in the proximity. Yeah, you're right there, so. And then you get a little spikes here now to take off a little 1 second or a little 0.5 second, a little 0.6 second. What the greatest of all time?
But Kim's question, who is to be blamed? Usain Bolt should have put that record way out further than where it actually is, because again, as you just said, it's in close proximity to these guys shaving down whatever it's to be shaved down. So
exactly. So what the GOAT is saying, the GOAT is saying, Mannings man, the GOAT is saying that, hey, why is it that these guys can't just run in regular spikes and just use their training and break and do the dominance? Why do they need added assistance in order to run fast? That is what the GOAT is saying. And I don't think nothing is wrong with that.
Something is wrong with it.
All right, so let me ask you a question. If Elaine
He ran with a better spikes than what Carl Lewis did and than Jesse Owen did. So, none argument.
If Elaine were to break the 100-meter record, would you want us to come on this platform and question the spikes that she's wearing?
If Elaine
not Shelly, no, Elaine.
Hey, Mannings, man, if Elaine wear those same Nike spikes, I'm gonna say, boy, the spikes help her out break the record, of course.
You don't think she's good enough to break the record now without those spikes?
Right now, no. Of course not, no.
Do you think Shelly is good enough to do it?
No. I don't think nobody's good enough right now to break that record. No.
Okay.
That record is untouchable.
That record not real?
All right, Kim.
That record, that a bad that the record did not get touched none of that.
I produce on the channel.
About that record.
All right, Kims.
Yes, producer.
Do you believe that spike was responsible for Shelly running 10.63? Because I think it is responsible for she running 10.63. What says you?
Producer, you put me in a tough spot with the masses right now.
What kind of tough spot? No, the answer is no.
Yes or no?
Hold on.
Producer, ask you a simple question. Yes or no?
Producer, I believe is a combination. I believe it's a combination. Not only the spikes, but I believe the track, stadium track, along with the spikes, along with the conditions, everything inclusive of that makes sure 10.63 because she still used those spikes in other places.
Did any of the men from Jamaica run on that track at the trials? Or they were running at Stadium East?
Right.
Yo, about 20 times they get knocked out, you know? About 20 times they get knocked out.
No. But Mannings man, you go back to your same point. When you say if you put on those spikes, you're not going to break the record. The men that we have are not good enough. They're not good enough. So no matter which surface you put them on, they're just not going to be able to produce. You can put them on the same Oregon track of people say pass and they just won't produce.
I'm going to ask you this question again. All right, the same spikes that we're talking about, right? How much athletes can you actually point out definitively off the top of your head and say, oh, it has made this athlete faster?
All right, Levon, come now. We can't get in a semantics and technicalities, right?
No, man, remember.
Hold on. We can't get in a semantics and technicalities. Guess why we can't get into that? Because it is already proven. Like Nike already come out at a bowl that everybody already come out and say these spikes make you go faster. Even if a 0.1, 0.2, it make you go faster. Everybody come up with that consensus, right? That are the consensus. It make you run faster.
And
right?
it only apply to sprints. Because it don't apply to the 1500 and the 800 and the 5000 because they wear the same spikes.
I don't see no 1500 and 800. You know, say you have sprinting spikes different from distance spikes, right?
But I'm saying it's the same company making the same spikes.
Manningsman, are you tracking that? Manningsman, are you tracking that they have two different spikes? Distance spikes.
Yeah, man. But what I'm saying to you though, if I am Nike and I'm making spikes of people to break records, why don't just break all the records? 1500, 3000, 5000. You understand what I mean? I'm saying that why just make it specific? Why not make spike for the sprint hurdles? The 400-meter hurdles. Why are you making them specific for one? Why is it that Usain Bolt believe that they are coming after his records when there are so many records?
No, but the thing is, Mannings, man, he never
said anything about record. Event.
He never said nothing about his record, you know. All he said was that, I'm paraphrasing here. All he said was, boy, him just find it a little bit disheartening, say people would have go all that way just to run faster. Just race some regular spikes.
You don't think he was speaking to his record? You don't extrapolate from that somehow this man.
Be honest, Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, money, yo.
Yeah,
from night,
all right, let's keep the discussion alone because, as I said, I just think it was hypocritical because I could point out that Christian Warholm was being running fast and fast. He's sponsored by Puma. So, I mean, if you look at it right across the board, a lot of athletes are running fast right now, man.
The thing is, all All right, let me show you another example, quick level on our Mannings, man. If you have some athletes that get caught taking performance enhancing drugs, and not all of them come now and broke the world record, and not all of them go as fast as somebody else who take PEDs go, and not all of them do that. So the same thing with the spike. So if you have a man like a Justin Gatlin will take PEDs, but then you have another man like a Sean Crawford will take PEDs. Justin Gatlin might win, Sean Crawford don't necessarily win. That no mean say it debunk the point, say PEDs forget ban or anything like that.
But in the 1500 meters and the 800 meters, these athletes are close to the records. Why wouldn't, and they are Nike athletes, why wouldn't the Nike give them the same spikes to win the 800 meters, the 1500 meters, because they are Nike athletes and they are bordering on the records?
Mannings, man, I can't answer that question, but can you answer my question about the PEDs, please?
Huh?
The man answering the Kim. So if I'm a cruff, I'm just a cruff. I can't, no matter what I use, no matter what.
But that's all I say. Like,
so my comparison is not between Crawford and Gatlin. Our 400-meter guy who retired that Usain Bolt ran against, I think, they run a middle race, I think 200 or 600. What's his name again? Tall guy, very good 800-meter runner. What's his name? I just had his name in my head. He was the record holder. Very good 800-meter runner. And he and Usain Bolt, I think, came down to the 400 to do a race to see who was better. He even came to Jamaica and ran, right? These guys were close to the record. They were Nike athletes. All I am saying is that I'm not comparing a bad athlete with a good athlete. I'm comparing good athletes, just as a Kenyan, in different
is
events.
Is it David
Rhodesia?
Why Rhodesia? Why didn't they give Rhodesia one of those spikes?
Mannings man, but the thing is, Mannings man, you asked me a question where I can't answer. You have to ask Nike that question there. All I'm saying to you, I'm giving you the fact that Nike. It has more to do with the athlete than with the spikes. Mannings man, are you debating the fact that the spikes don't make nobody faster? Like the spikes don't make nobody run faster? Are you saying that's bullshit?
What I'm saying to you is that every new spike must come with features to help the athletes when it perform better. When people remember when people used to run back in the days, some shorts them used to run in,
Okay.
And they start wearing less clothes now. Why? Because of the wind and all of those things. So they are going faster. So it's not just spikes that is changing. It's what people wear. Some of the ladies, basically what they're wearing now is really like underwears. It's just some tighter, bigger underwears. That's not what they used to wear back in the days. Let's be real. You look at the jerseys that are being made now. You look at this. They have cooling things in the back of it. A lot of the athletes going to Japan, the jerseys have some built in. The American jerseys have some cooling thing inside of it to deal with the heat. That is going to cause athletes to perform better. So naturally, equipment, every year when equipment are upgraded, they are upgraded because it helps to enhance athletes' performance. But if you are not a top athlete, no matter how your gears change, you're still not broke no record. I think
so
that
we can agree to disagree that Usain Bolt point was being from a hypocritical standpoint. Again, with the advent of technology, each year that comes by, technology keeps on getting better. So obviously, right across the board, all sprinting gears will improve. It's not just Nike, so don't come to me with that. Just going to touch quickly on the basketball because we have two big basketball man here. Chris kind of touch on it sometime too as well. Don't know if he's a big fan as Kems and Mannings man are, but
listen. We have not had no discussion. So you're best not put me on basketball.
So the Bucks are a game away from taking the NBA Finals.
First since the 70s.
Yeah, Kems still maintaining hopes that Suns in 7. One thing that I want to point out quickly, I think over the past 2 to 3 games, the Suns have been very soft. I was praising DeAndre Ayton coming into game 1 and game 2, but since then, the man has proven to be a softy man. The man within the paint, this man just seems. I don't want to seem feminist, so I'm not going to use that term, but the man just soft, literally soft. And I believe I saw Kems earlier on today saying that Game 4 and Game 5, the Suns had these games in the bag, and they were their own downfall. Kems, take it away.
My name's gonna beat me upon this again, but here we go. Right.
So
the Suns, if the Suns lose this series, the Suns only have themselves for blame. Only themselves for blame. I would say Giannis, you know what Giannis always gonna get his, because Giannis is a mismatch for the Suns. Like nobody on the Suns can match up with Giannis. If you look, I think they said 52 out of Giannis 60 shots. 52 out of Giannis 60 shots he has made in the paint. The man taller than everybody. He's not gonna really miss. But what the Suns do that they weren't doing all season is beating themselves. Normally, if you watch the Suns all season, all regular season, all playoffs, when it come down to crunch time, last 2 minutes, last 3 minutes, the Suns are closing out the game. Chris Paul closing out the game. Now, Chris Paul has 15 turnovers in the finals. Chris Paul now have them thing there. In a game 5, let's say, there's 121-19, 20 seconds to go in the game. Devin Booker have the ball. Them steal the ball, all right? Giannis get the ball now. I mean, Drew Holiday get the ball, and I'm going to lob it now to Giannis. Chris Paul fouling. Another bonehead play. Giannis make the basket, miss the free throw, then Bucks get the free throw rebound. Missed opportunity. Game 4, 1 minute to go. Suns up 4. Chris Paul, turnover, miss shot, turnover, and then the Bucks just run away with it. Right now, game 6, may I be honest with you, I don't see a way how the Suns can win. Like, I'm trying to find a way, I don't see how the Suns can win. The only thing I do, I cross my fingers, cross my toes, cross everything. And you're right, Demo. I did say the Bucks give me more questions than answers. But right now, the roles flip. Right now, the Suns giving me more questions than answers. And the Bucks, Chris Middleton stepping up, Drew Holiday stepping up, PJ Tucker stepping up on the defense, even though he's falling a lot. He's still making life uncomfortable for Chris Paul, making life uncomfortable for Devin Booker. So right now, I just really dip on my knees a prayer, say Chris Paul can find back himself, because right now a Cliff Paul a play. So, right now, like, honestly, like, I don't really know. Chris Paul a play like Manning's man, and you can probably agree with me with this. Chris Paul a play like him already win a championship. Him not play like him a fight for a championship now. Him a play like him already have 3 in the bag, and he's just chilling. Well, whether I lose or not, I still have championship. This is Chris Paul's last and final opportunity to win a championship, because everybody is coming back next year. Warriors going to be stuck. Lakers going to be stuck. Brooklyn going to be stuck. Everybody are going to be stuck. So this
I love how you just started that by saying the Warriors will go back.
No, they'll be stuck. Not back. They'll be stuck. But at the end of the day, Devin Booker, he has 2 back-to-back games with 40 points. Nobody to help him out. Chris Paul struggling. Ayton too soft, man. Ayton too soft. Sometimes Ayton, you have to elbow a boy, make a boy feel your presence. The block what Giannis get pan Ayton, there's no way Giannis to block that. Giannis finger for broke. When we get your ball like that, dunk that. I'm broken finger. How can I block something that? I'm too soft, brother. So right now, boxing 6 is looking good, but personally, Suns in 7.
Yeah, man. Manning's man.
Yeah, well, I had picked the Bucks to win, because I think the Bucks had more persons who could win a game than the Suns. The Suns play one way all season. High pick and roll, Chris Paul, Ayton, that's it. High pick and roll, and that frees up a lot of things. The first game that they played in the finals, they scored 118 points to the Bucks 110, and 60 of those points were because of the high pick and roll that they played. and they were playing Brook Lopez a whole lot in the first 2 games. And so they changed from game 3 when they got home. Less minutes for Brook Lopez, and they started getting Aiton into a lot of foul trouble. I think in the first game he had like 20 rebounds, a whole lot of points. And so what they decided, I think the Bucks decided to do, which was very good, was to let Booker beat them, get Aiton, because if Aiton is off the court, the Suns are going to struggle. Chris Paul has always been a good pick and roll point guard.
Especially say the Suns not even have Saric now because him tear
Exactly. So what they have done is that just put bodies. So now, if you notice, every time they come off the screen or the pick and roll, there's somebody, they have taken Drew Holiday off Chris Paul. So he always have to be shooting over Middleton, PJ Tucker, other Bobby Porter, all of these tall guys, and all they are doing putting their hand up and preventing him from giving alley whoops and stuff to Aiton, and that is affecting the Suns. The first 2 games, the Bucks were out coached, and they just made the adjustment. And the Suns had, if you watch them all season, except when Chris Paul was out, and they had Cameron Payne who was driving and going to the left because he's left-handed, they have been playing the same way. High pick and roll with Chris Paul and Aiton, and once they are thrown off that, they struggle. I cannot see how they win the next game.
So this is how I see them winning the next game. This is what I would say. This is my suggestion to the Suns. Them not hear me, but hopefully them can feel it being the spirit, right? So this is my suggestion. They have to play small and faster, right? So I would play Cameron Payne, Chris Paul in the backcourt, right? I'll play Cameron Payne, Chris Paul in the backcourt. I'll play Devin Booker at the 3. I'll put either Jay Crowder or Miles or Bridges at the 4, and then have Aiton at the 5. Because when it's Chris Paul and Cameron Payne around there, the game moves quicker, especially with Cameron Payne. Everybody, you have to put a body on Cameron Payne. So it get them out in transition more instead of half-court offense. When you have half-court offense and you allow the Bucks to set them defense, it's hard to score upon them. Because Bucks players bigger, them are hand in their face. But when you start speed up the game and you start attack them and you start get them into foul trouble, then that's where you have an opportunity. Remember in a game 5, remember in the second quarter, Suns were up 16. At that point, I turn off my TV and I say, yes, game 6, here we go. When I turn on my TV, halftime, Bucks up 1. You understand me? So at that point in time, from that time I say, all right, then the game done now because them basically snatched the heart out of the Phoenix Suns. And Phoenix still find a way to come back. But as I say, honestly, Levon, honestly, Chris, like, I don't see it with my eyes, but my heart, I work with, I'm going to say, Bucks, Suns in 7.
All right, Chris.
All right, so a lot of people on this show don't know about my basketball knowledge.
Yeah.
But all right, so let me tell you let me tell you something that people don't understand. I don't think people understand or seem to forget how important Cameron Payne is to this Suns team. I don't think people understand how important he is. Please to note that yes, Chris Paul did excellent in the Western Conference Finals. Cameron Payne was one of the difference makers in that Western Conference Finals. People tend to forget that. No, Chris Paul has to be his old self. Chris Paul, decision-making wise, on an average day, is top-notch. There are many times where Chris Paul can go a game with 0 turnovers. 0. Not 1, not 2. 0 turnovers. And he needs to get back to that place. Now, it's an interesting tactic that Kems put. Go small. Because one thing, Drew is not fast. PJ Tucker ain't fast. Giannis has big steps, but he's not speedy. Brook Lopez was not fast neither. Cameron Payne is fast. Chris Paul is fast, even though this is his 16th year in the NBA. We don't need to talk about Miles Bridges and Devin Booker. And DeAndre Ayton. For a big man, DeAndre Ayton is pretty quick. So you have to play small. And DeAndre Ayton has to be aggressive in the paint. You showed your aggressiveness throughout the playoffs. You cannot come into this game and be soft because Giannis is strong. You have Drew Holiday, that's an all defensive first team player. You have Giannis, that's an all defensive first team. Please to note that Drew and Giannis were all defensive first team this year in the NBA. You have to be rough and tough in the paint. Make them know, say, listen, it's not easy for you to come in the paint and it's not easy to take the ball from me when I'm in the paint. You show that against the Clippers. Why is it that you're going to come here now and be soft? You have to be very aggressive. If you're not aggressive, the Bucks is going to win Game 6, and they will be winning their first title since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did it in the 70s with them.
Okay. For our viewers that are asking when we're going to do the analysis on the other medals that Jamaica will be getting, it will be done sometime this week, either between tomorrow or Wednesday. Just stay tuned, man. Just tune in to Sports Frenzzyy, whether from Facebook or YouTube. But I want more of you guys to go over on our YouTube channel and tune in. That's where I want you guys to grow. So just go over on YouTube, search for Sports Frenzzyy, and remember it's 2Z and 2Y. So just go over there, subscribe to the channel, share it, like, and subscribe, and just make the thing grow, man. And I want to say thanks to all of you guys as well. This is our biggest show in a long while. It took off slow at the beginning, but eventually it grew gradually, and we had close to 50 viewers. We had over like 400 comments. I want to say thanks to Kems, residential analyst Chris Scott, residential analyst Chris Lynch, who popped up, and also Ryan. And for the first time, Manning's man will throw punches like he was Mike McCallum and Mike Tyson in one Kems all over, man. Thanks for being here, boss, man. And it was a pleasure being here. And people, ensure that you go over and subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. So that I Am Sure Sports discuss quite a variety of sports, but specialize in football most times. But they talk a lot of sports over there, man. So you can go and subscribe to them as well at I Am Sure Sports. And one thing I can say that I am sure about, that our producer Josh Carr is the one behind the scenes doing all the work. So you up yourself, boss, man. Any final thoughts on any of you guys?
Well, Demo said one thing. Demo said going small wouldn't help. Suns would die on the boards. Demo, the Suns been dying on the boards all series long. So this would make no difference. You know, them just have to play faster. That's it. And see you guys soon. Mannings, man, we have a beating for you. Don't worry yourself. And reload and come again. But good show, my boss.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And thanks, you guys, thanks for the invitation. Good meeting you guys. You know, Christopher, Scott, Ryan. First time being here. I'm so excited. You understand me? Really glad for the opportunity. I hope, you know, I didn't mess it up when you invite me again.
Come on, man. No, you can't mess it up and I give him so much uppercut, man.
You can't just watch punches and we don't invite you again. Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, blessings, boss, man.
Yeah, man, and keep up the good work.
Man,
all right, then, bless it.
Yeah, the die on the boards thing not gonna work because in the first two games, DeAndre Ayton alone grabbed the almost 50 rebounds. So you can't talk about dying on the boards. They just need to play. I think in game 6 is going to be a case of who wants it more. Budenholzer right now is way bigger because he adjusted after 2 games and he's now 3-2 up. So it just has to be a tale of 2 coaches. Let's see what Monty Williams has.
All right, and this is where we're going to call it the night on the show. Thanks to all our viewers. As I said before, all our viewers on YouTube, all our viewers on Facebook, and there's a 99.9% possibility that there will be a show tomorrow. Hopefully, Robbie Rich don't punk it out and Pompeius Magnus, because those guys really want to come onto the show. So ensure that you don't punk it out and come forward tomorrow. Until then, peace out. Take care of yourself, people. So long.